Hi, Lions. Welcome back for another lesson where we are learning the final stable syllables, open syllables, and closed syllables to help us read and spell multi-syllabic words. That just means words with many different syllables. All right, let's review the phonics sounds that we've learned. Remember, this is I. Together, I. Your turn, I. Good. This is E. Together, E. Your turn. Good. Remember, it's I when it's at the end of a one or single syllable word, and it's E at the end of a multi-syllabic word. All right, let's practice our list of words. When I look at these, I see they all have one thing in common. They are all closed syllables because the vowel has a consonant or consonants blocking it in. So let's read our words. We're going to stretch it and then blend it together. Cloth, cloth. Brush, brush. Blend, blend. Froth, froth. Breath. Or, just so you know, TH can say f, or it can say v. So let's try it with the v. Breath. Yes, breath would probably make more sense, like in the word brethren. Thumb, thumb. Remember, TH can say v or f. So if it doesn't sound right, just try the other way. Nth, nth. Nent, nent. Very good. Okay, we have one new sight word to learn today, and that is another. Let's read it. Another. Spell A-N-O-T-H-E-R. Another. If you know another, then you know other, you know mother, brother. Do you see how learning one sight word can open up the door for many other sight words? Let's review the other sight words we have learned. Should. Been. How have you been? Become. Any. Said. There. There. Remember, this there's about belonging to someone. This one is talking about a location. Your. Were. What. They. Have. From. Very good. Now let's do some syllable transformations. So in this, we learned that just by changing one letter, it completely changes the type of syllable that you have. So let's start with this syllable. Is it open or closed? You're right, it's a closed syllable, so we know it's a short O. Ready? Os, os. Now I've added a letter. Pause, pause. Probably like positive. That could be an example that would have that syllable. Now I'm going to take a letter away, and we now have po, po, like potent, which is something that's very strong. Okay, let's look at this syllable. Is it an open or closed syllable? You're right, it's closed, so we know it's a short A. Fap, fap. Let me take a letter away. And then we have fay, Fay, like in favorite. All right, let's do another transformation. So since this is an open syllable, it's going to make a long U sound. Woo, woo. Now, let me add a letter and transform it. We now have a closed syllable. So it's going to say Ready? Wug, wug. Very good. Let's try another one. When I show it to you, I want you to think, is this open or closed or final stable? You're right, it's a closed syllable because the consonant is blocking in the I. So we know it's a short vowel sound. Let's read. Fid, fid. Let me take a letter away and see what happens. That's right, now it's an open syllable. So it's going to be a long vowel sound. Fi, fi, like final. And this is our final transformation. All right, think, what kind of syllable? Open, closed, final, stable? Very good, it's a closed syllable, so it'll make a short E sound. Ready? Et, good. Now, let me add a letter and let's see what happens. Very good. Ret, ret. I'm going to take a letter away, and now we have an open syllable. So this is going to be a long vowel sound. So it's going to say E. So this will say re, like recharge. I hope you rest and recharge while you are home. And do some learning as well. Okay, I want to introduce you to a few new syllable types that you're going to see quite a bit. This one is sub, like in subtract, submarine, substantial, sub. So you're going to see this a lot. The next one is micro. You're going to see this syllable too. Micro. Read it with me. Micro. Your turn. Very good. And this means little. So you might see it in the words like microscope, microphone. And so you know a microscope is something that that's really small and you're trying to make it larger with the microscope. Like a microphone takes a little voice and makes it louder. So micro means small. And then we have est, like at the end of smallest, biggest, happiest. And when you see est, it usually means most. So I'm the most happy, I'm the most big, I'm the most small. So smallest, est. This is going to be a sight syllable you will see a lot. Let's review our other sight syllables so we become automatic. Duct, like conductor. Sys, like system. Meant, like an excitement. Read it with me. Meant. Good. Less. Read it with me. Less. Very good. And remember, this means without. So hopeless would mean you're without hope. And I hope nobody is ever feeling that way. Sim. Read it with me. Sim. Good, like in symbol. Cent. Read it with me. Cent. Good. Remember, this means, usually it means like 100, like in a century is 100 years. X, like an example, explain. Add. Read it with me. Add. Your turn. Good. Like an advertise. Adventure. My turn. Pick. Together. Pick. Your turn. Good job. Like in picture or picnic. My turn. Call. Together. Call. Your turn. Excellent. Like in college. Cologne. My turn. Ish. Together. Ish. Your turn. Very good. Like in childish. Greenish. Remember, ish means like. So childish, it would be like a child. Greenish, it would be like green. Now let's review some final stable syllables. Remember, that's at the end of a word when you have a consonant and then LE. Tool. Together, tool. My turn. Dull. Together, dull. Very good. My turn. Bull. Together, bull. Very good. My turn. Goal. Together, goal. My turn. Pull. Together, pull. Excellent. My turn. Together, My turn. Lee. Together, Lee. Fantastic. Okay, last thing we need to do is spelling. So if you do not have paper and pencil, go ahead and grab it now. You can pause the video. And if you have it, we'll go ahead and get started. So the word contrast. Contrast. The first syllable in contrast is con. Con. Sounded like a closed syllable to me. Good job. Contrast. The second syllable. So contrast. The second syllable. Trast. Trast. Kind of reminds me of last. I hear the ending of last. Contrast. Did your spelling look like that? Good job, guys. Say subset. Subset. First syllable in that is sub. So I'm going to spell sub, which is one of the sight syllables we learned. Sub. Subset. Set. So I hear set. Subset. Very good. The next word, truly. Truly. So I hear true, the syllable true, truly. I know there's two letters that make that ly sound at the end of a word. Truly. Very good. Now we're going to spell object. Say object, object. So the first syllable is ob. Let's spell ob. Ob. Object. What's the second syllable? Ject. Very good. Let's spell ject. Short E. Ject. Ject. Is that how yours turned out? Well done. Good job, spellers. Last word we're going to spell is struggle. Struggle. What's the first syllable you hear? Strug. Go ahead and spell strug. Strug. I heard that small word rug in there. That could have helped you. And then gull. That is one of our final stable syllables. Struggle. So goal. There we go. So added the final stable, GLE. Struggle. Struggle. Good. Very last thing we're going to do is read a few words syllable by syllable, because good readers, when they come to a really large multi-syllabic word, they break it up into each syllable and then they sound it out syllable by syllable. So let's look here. This is a closed syllable. So we have imp, imp. Let's look at the second syllable, T, empty. Good job. Do you see how that can help you when you break up a large word, syllable by syllable? All right, let's look here. Prez, prez. Second syllable, it's an open syllable, so it should say I, prez, I. And then let's look at the last syllable, and it says dent. President. That didn't sound right though, did it? Remember yesterday we learned that there's something called schwa. When a vowel doesn't make the sound that we think it should, it can say I or it can say So instead of saying I, let's try the is sound. President. President. That definitely makes sense. So this I is actually a schwa sound, which remember we said when you look it up in a dictionary, it's going to look like there's an upside down E above it. And that means it's making the schwa sound. It's not making the expected sound. We would have expected it to be a long I. Okay, now we're going to spell interest. Interest. What kind of interest do you have? So interest, let's break that down syllable by syllable. The first syllable I hear is in. Well, that's easy enough. In. Okay. Interest. Is one of our syllables we've learned. Interest. Interest. Hey, we learned est today, like happiest, funniest, interest. Do you see how this is a really large word? And so if you wanted to spell it, it could be a little overwhelming. But if you think about all of the different syllables in it and break it up syllable by syllable, it makes it so much easier. Okay, let's read. We'll do one more. What is this syllable? In. Let me add the next syllable. Dus. In, dus. Now it looks like try at the end, but remember we learned when there's a Y at the end of a multi-syllabic word, it says E. So this will actually say tree. So we have industry, industry, industry. So if I were to come to this word for the first time, it would be a little overwhelming. But when you break it up and look at each syllable and think about the different syllable types there are, it is definitely going to help you. So far, we've learned about final stable, open syllables, which make long vowel sounds, and we've learned about closed syllables, which make short vowel sounds. All right, readers, make sure you do some reading now. Try to read for about 15 minutes and see if you can find any final stable syllable words. Remember, that simply means that at the end of the word, you see a consonant followed by LE. I have a feeling you'll see a whole bunch of them. Until next time, readers, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.